most of my career at Westchester College was in academic advising, and I worked with students. And we get every fall and every spring a very large number of transfers. And it was Birmingham. And it was great for my thought to see the credits that they have that were necessary. And but I had 75 credits. I took 56 credits. I had an associate's grade. And we said, oh yeah, Mercy, we take 90 credits and transfer. That's what we do. We take 90 credits. 75 of them can be from a two-year school. But of course, as you know, if you need any 75 credits, it means you want to put it on in 2 hours. And as a separate, sometimes you see that. And at the time, when I was studying, we had a very prescribed general education curriculum. So we took this history class, but we didn't take that history class, so we kept it very prescribed. And it's not right, it's not fair. And we're a private school, but I see that even in the school system, they can't even get together sometimes to transfer from uni to uni. And some schools sometimes can't get together and transfer from uni to uni. That's just really like not a thing for our students. They come to the school, want to transfer, we should be able to help them make seamless transition to the transition. So one of the things that I did at the time was I spoke to our faculty, all those people, and I said, we have to do a better job of addressing children. So we kind of looked at our general education curriculum, and we tried to align it a little bit more with what the students have, what the students have, and make it a little bit more wide open, so that when students did transfer into Mercy, they would be able to get their full amount of credit. And that happens very well. So then, when how is the demographics changing? And of course, we've heard a lot about that already. How do students select a school to transfer to? They're here. Why are they transferring there? What's important to them? And what are the categories of transfer students? What do they want to know? We'll get to later. There's 3 things that I have to know what they want to know. We'll get to. And then finally, what I'm going to talk about is the articulation agreement. What the benefits are for the students, for the 2-year school, for the 4-year school, for the stakeholders, how we construct an agreement, how we communicate with each other to the students that we have this agreement, and finally, the assessment. How do we judge whether the agreement is really working, if it's benefiting the students or not? You know that half of the first year undergraduate students start in college as a 2-year community or the prospect of college. And the way that many of the 4-year colleges will look at these students, these are the first generation college students, they're from historically underrepresented populations, economically disadvantaged families, they work, they're the highest risk for retention and graduation, and most of them are adults. Well, we know that that's changed, that that's not what it is anymore. That was what I think it was, but with the economy being the way it is, things have changed. So, but even for no matter what reason the student has started a 2-year college, they might come wanting that 2-year degree, but for many of them, their goal is to move on to the 4-year college, and we want to prepare them for that. This transfer business is amazing, the way students transfer. 60% of all college students attend more than one college or university. When I went to college many years ago, I went to college, I started, unless, it was unlikely that you would transfer. You graduate, mostly from the college that you started at. But students are transferring all over. And about a third of college graduates, baccalaureate degree graduates, have attended more than one school. 1 out of every 3 now are taking more than one school. And of course, we know that the reasons that they're transferring are rising tuition costs. the increased focus on higher education, they need a particular skill, or a particular job, a particular degree, a particular program. They realize they don't have it where they are, so they're going to transfer to get it. The economy is stupid, right? We all know that. It's the economy that is making people transfer. A change of major or career focus that wants them to try it in school. And sometimes the school just a bad fit. They started at one school and it wasn't a good fit for them, so they're going to transfer to another school. So there are different kinds of transfers. So there are different kinds of transfers. The most traditional is the vertical transfer. That is a student that starts at the 2-year school and transfer to the 4-year school. But what I see is that does not always happen upon graduation. So we think of transfer students, they finish their 2-year degree, now they transfer to the 4th. Well, some do, but many of the students go out into the world of work. They work for a couple of years, and then they realize that now to move forward to get the job that they want, they're going to have to come back and get the baccalaureate grade. So the vertical transfer is not traditional. And then there's that horizontal transfer, where students transfer between two similar schools. For those of you at the community college, how many of you see transfer students at your community college from another 2-year community college? Yes, so they're transferring from one to another, and sometimes it's geographic, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes they just didn't like it at the school. They couldn't find a parking spot, so they decided to so they transferred to the other school. And then there's this swirling students. This is a terminology of transfer students who they don't go up and down, they don't go vertically, they're just in and out of education. They take a course here, they take a course there. They're not necessarily even have a bachelor's degree in mind. They're just taking courses, they think I need this for my job. A good representation of that is New York City paraprofessionals. They get a certain amount of money to take 6 credits. They can take 6 credits. We would see these students, they would just take 6 credits. They never really thought about putting the credits together, getting a degree, graduating. They said, I'll just take this, it'll be interesting, I'll take that. And in order to keep their jobs, we have to finally say, no. Everybody who comes is going to matriculate into a degree program because that's how they're going to move on in their career, become teachers, and do the things that they want to do. So we have people who are swirling in that kind of position, which is why this whole articulation agreement and making agreements about what is transferable is so important today. And there's actually another kind of transfer, which I didn't put on there, that's the reverse transfer. It's just talking to safety about it. And that's people who have already a bachelor's degree who might come back now to the 2-year college because they've decided they want to be a nurse. Or they really don't like what they chose, and now they want to do a medical coding or something like that. So you have all of these different reasons why people transfer. So, the transfer students come, and they just come with 3 questions. Justification. They say, how much, how many, how long? That's what they want to know. How much is it going to cost? And for students that come from a public school, to a school like mine, which is a private school, there is a certain amount of shop on how much it is going to cost, because they're used to having a pretty low price tuition. And now, if they're not going to go on to another public school, they're going to come to a private school, it's going to cost a little more. How many? What's the maximum number of credits that you can give me? Students shop around. They go from college to college. Will you evaluate my credit? Which is smart. They're good consumers. They're being good consumers of their money. They want to know how many credits am I going to get. It's going to be dependent on how much it's going to cost them. And how long? How long will it take me? Can I get these courses? When will I finish? Of course, as we all know, especially with the adult students, I'm 31 years old and I don't have my bachelor's degree yet, and I can't wait another, couple of years to get it. And of course, we send down. it might take you a little bit longer. You also have a full-time job and, 3 children.